Yes.
me get in touch with Dr. Chaudhry.
Okay.
He said your lab was okay, but let me just call him.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. You're allowed to go home.
Huh?
Your labs looked okay, you don't need admitted. So everything's great. Do you have any questions?
So after he finished just gathering the information from the case, I guess the next step would be installing the port.
Yes, let me look at your at the notes from today, okay?
And are you Miss Cindy?
I am.
Okay. Nice to meet you.
Yes. We all knew who you were before you got here.
All right.
And thanks to Tony. Okay, let me see. When you leave, that what they do is they make you an appointment,
Mm-hmm.
and if he has things to be scheduled, then they do it at that time,
Okay.
or else somebody calls you. So,
Gotcha. Which that?
like the port, they would have to call you with an appointment date on that. They can't, unfortunately, they can't make it right then. They have to go through
General
insurance
surgery
and all
and-
that. See when they're okay.
And see, I was actually scheduled to get a port
That's what Tony was saying.
this
Yeah.
afternoon
Oh, that's too bad.
in Washington, but I went on and canceled the appointment because
Let me. Yeah, because Tony said maybe it would contradict what Dr. Chaudhry wanted to do. I just see that they have labs today, return to clinic after labs, but he didn't put anything else. So let me go ask him what he wants to put in there, and then we can get your appointment.
all right.
He's here, so maybe he'll stick his head in.
And my mom
Yeah.
sent me a text to ask. I remember when I was a teenager,
Mhm.
child up until teenager. I used to take like 8X vitamins, and also they would prescribe me Boost. Actually,
Oh,
there was
Boost?
like a prescription for Boost.
Yeah, let me have to see if
Is-
Kathy's back there, okay?
Yeah, I was getting ready to say, is that possible to get that because
You
for
need some nourishment. Yeah, protein and stuff.
whatever.
Okay, I'll go ask, I'll see if
I
Kathy's
turned to
back
the
there.
side, you might miss me.
Oh, okay. You're fine, but I can tell you want some energy too.
Yeah, that
So,
too.
yeah. Okay, and plus you want to be at best
Yeah.
condition to go into chemo and
Exactly.
stuff. So let me see if she's there. She's our nutritionist.
Okay, and you said her name was?
It's Kathy.
Kathy.
Mhm.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Thanks. Yes.
Okay, so your kidney number is essentially the same. Fortunately, it's not getting any worse.
Okay.
That's a good sign. That doesn't mean that it won't get worse, but it means that I
Stable
cannot
for
admit
now.
you to the hospital because I don't have a pressing reason to.
Gotcha.
So we're gonna try to get that biopsy
Mhm.
as quickly as possible and also that nephrostomy.
Gotcha.
Okay, and then I will see you back maybe in 2 weeks, but it might be a lot sooner as soon
Okay.
as I get a diagnosis.
Okay.
Okay, and in anticipation of all that, we're gonna get an echo on you.
Mhm. For the
Okay,
heart.
and then also get a port as well. So some of these things could be done in Washington, but would you rather come here?
Um. You said that it can be done in Washington.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That'll be fine.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll be fine. Cause I know, like I had a port. They were gonna put the port in today,
Mm-hmm.
but I wanted to make sure.
Who was going to?
General surgery, Dr. Bates, I believe it is,
Oh, okay.
and general surgery
In
Washington.
Washington.
I had a 2:45 appointment today, but
Mm-hmm.
when I wanted to move all my care over here,
Mm-hmm.
I went on and canceled so I can hear your point of view and allow you to review my case.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of figured I would probably still need it, but
I don't have a diagnosis yet. Quite likely we need the port. The faster we get it, the easier it is, but my philosophy is to establish a diagnosis first.
gotcha.
Because we can always use the arm vein for the
True.
first week.
True.
So we'll get an echo of your heart
Okay.
in Washington, but then you'll have to come here to blow that air into a machine,
Mhm.
and we try to see how good your heart lung function is. Because one of the chemotherapy drugs that I'm planning to use,
Mhm.
it can affect the lungs, so we want to know what the current status is before we give you the
Right.
drug, should anything happen.
Gotcha. Something to go off of. This technology is a blessing and a curse.
No.
I don't know if it was because I was on the call first and hit record, and so it just kept recording. But I don't know. That's why I say technology is a blessing and a curse.
Yeah, I hear ya.
Yeah, that's the first time that's ever happened to me though. I was like, well, what happened to my audio?
Alright, so we'll see you back in a week, okay?
Okay.
I mean, in 2 weeks, but it could be a week.
Okay. Alrighty.
So we'll try to expedite the rest of the things like I mentioned.
Bye.
Okay,
Alright.
we'll see you in next week to 2 weeks. But we'll try to get this ball rolling quickly. So
Gotcha.
I'm gonna go myself and talk to the radiologist and see if they can get you in quickly.
Gotcha. I appreciate everything
And
you're
then
doing.
there is like, so you got a busy next week or two, okay?
Yeah.
So we got echo, we
Kind
got
of figured that one.
yeah, we got pulmonary function test, MRI brain, Okay? Alright, you go to checkout and then they'll get everything scheduled for you. Okay?
Thank you so much.
Nice to meet you.
And nice meeting you as well. And thank you
Okay.
for taking on my case.
Oh, no problem. You take care.
Likewise.
Oh, Tyrone,
Yes,
the
ma'am.
nutritionist is gonna be coming over.
Oh, okay.
Do you wanna wait right outside, or do you wanna wait in here?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter.
Wherever's good for you.
Right.
You can,
I mean, I could go
yeah,
back
you
to
can
the
just
room.
go right in there.
Okay.
They should be here any minute now, honey.
Okay then.
All right. Yeah, the nutritionist is gonna come talk to him.
Everybody likes it, but they don't want to touch it.
So far, we like Tony, and so we know we like you too.
Yes, between her and Kevon, I don't know, do you
I
know
don't know Kevon.
Kevon Jarman?
Yeah.
She was a RN for years over in the main part and in the ED.
Yeah.
Um, and she knows Tony as
It's
well.
nice to know somebody, isn't it?
Right.
When you come somewhere.
So
That's good.
I kind of, with Kevon, I kind of bounced things off of her. And with this cancer thing, she was, first thing she's like, well, you know, Tony's right over there. And I was like, oh yeah, that's right.
That's good.
So I felt more comfortable, And then apparently Kevon knows you or has heard at least, because she's like, oh, Cindy's nice. She's really,
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
so-
terrible. I'm sorry. I probably know her and I don't know her name.
yeah, it might,
Bad at that.
um,
Well,
yeah.
good.
yeah. So
She was saying, what do you do at the church? You play, don't you? Play something? Hi.
what don't I do?
Oh, really?
I sing, I dance, I play keyboard, I play the drums.
That's wonderful.
I do quite a bit.
Well, good.
But,
All
yeah.
right. Just a minute.
All right.
Yeah. I know you. Come on in. Come on.
Hey.
Tyrone just wanted to talk about nutrition a little bit and see about
Okay.
getting a boost or something. So.
I'm just kind of concerned in that area with the being that I've got the chemo coming up and everything. And
Okay, so tell me a little bit. Have not started treatment yet, or you?
no, I haven't started treatment yet. I moved all my care from Washington over here,
Okay.
and Dr. Shamri was kind enough to take on my case.
Yeah.
And then Tony is she's kind of, I guess you could say she's kind of like my friend.
Okay,
We
sure.
went to church together for
wow.
years.
Okay.
Okay. But
So you're
but-
gonna be starting chemo.
I'm gonna be starting chemo probably within the next
Okay.
I'll probably say the next 2 weeks,
Okay.
because there's some other processes that
Okay.
Dr. Chandra wants to go through,
Okay.
and biopsies
Sure.
and things of that nature.
Yeah. Find out all the information you can.
Right.
Yeah.
But my concern was,
Yeah.
I know that chemo can be kind of harsh
It can
on the
be.
body,
Yeah.
depending on the
What
type
it
and
is, and how your body responds to it.
as you see,
You're
I'm not that big. If I turn
You're
I
not
turn to the side, I might disappear.
Have you lost any weight?
I'm bouncing between the 125 and 130.
Okay. And that's your
and-
normal.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Good.
So yeah.
And we don't want, that's fine. We don't, we're not going to encourage you necessarily to gain weight, but because you're small, we really don't want you to lose weight, but honestly, we tell everybody that we don't want you to lose weight.
Right.
Because we don't want you losing your muscle mass, right? So,
and that's
just-
what I'm concerned with, the
so-
muscle mass part.
there's kind of a couple things. So, during treatment, we know that your protein needs increase, okay? Sometimes your metabolism does, so that could mean you need more calories, but certainly you're gonna need some more protein, okay? And we don't have Boost. Yeah, we do have Boost. We have Boost or Ensure. So not everybody needs those. A lot of times those come into play when appetite's not great,
Gotcha.
and it's just easier to drink something and you're done with it.
Right.
So up to you. I'll give you samples so you can have them.
I know, now I do know, the week that this whole episode
Sure.
here started,
Yeah.
which was the week of the 26th, October 26th, like I was vomiting, nausea, and all that.
Okay.
Like that whole week,
You
I
and me.
didn't eat much, maybe like a banana,
Okay.
applesauce, soft
Okay.
stuff,
Sure.
um, and
And that
then I didn't have bowel movement, all the, everything was all out of whack.
Yeah, so I don't know what you're gonna be getting, but and I'll meet you again when you start, so we'll sit down and we'll kind of go over specific side effects to the treatment that you're gonna get, but irregardless of what it is, your protein needs are gonna be higher, and you probably know what all the protein is, but I'll give you a list of those, but any kind of meat source, eggs, do you do dairy at all? Cheese or, so cheese, milk, yogurt, all that's good protein. Beans are good protein. Yep. And nuts, seeds, peanut butter, all that's good protein. So typically what we say is we want you having a source of protein at every meal, and then probably for you, so that we can get enough protein in, have some snacks in between your meal.
Gotcha.
And that could totally be a Boost or an Ensure if you like them, or it could be a handful of nuts or cheese and crackers, or something like that. The hope would be, aside from, and most people already eat a high protein diet, but aside from just aiming to have more protein, the hope is that you can continue your normal diet throughout treatment. Does that make sense? The only great reason to change anything is if you have some side effects that you're not tolerating your normal diet. Does that make sense? So depending on what
So basically I need to see how, take it
and
and see how.
I'll give you, so depending on what your regimen is, bowel movements could kind of go either way or stay the same. Constipation is generally more common.
Right,
only because,
especially I have the opioids.
Yep, exactly. You're exactly right. Opioids, and then on top of that, you'll get some anti-nausea medicine. You'll get that with chemo, and then you'll have some take-home, and those can, not all of them, but some of them can cause constipation.
Gotcha.
So that's another thing. So it's, and then there's some chemos that we know cause diarrhea. So just kind of depends on what your regimen is and how your body
Whatever the
reacts.
Richter scale is.
Exactly. And then you may be the person that you're regular, right? So we don't know. So there's no need to restrict anything right off the bat.
Gotcha.
Makes sense.
Gotcha.
Hey.
You good?
Got it.
You
Yep.
need to get you anything?
Nope. Thank you. Did you get my message?
Oh, probably not. I was with
Okay.
patient. I'll look at it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. So protein, and then something else that's really important, you'll probably hear over and over, is we want you well hydrated. Some of these chemo, or really all of them, are going to filter out through your kidney, so we want to make sure to protect your kidneys. So your fluid needs are
So
going to
if
be
I,
higher.
if I go ahead and cut out, like, I was thinking about going ahead and cutting out sodas completely, switching to Gatorade and water.
Yeah, and you don't have any diabetes or anything?
No,
Okay.
I don't.
I think, so kind of our rule on that is we don't say no to soda. Now, if your blood sugar started going up, then we say to cut out of. What we want you to focus on are fluids that don't have caffeine. Not that you can't have, some people love coffee or tea or love their soda. I wouldn't tell you to cut that out. I think the only reason we tell you to cut it out is if your blood sugar started creeping up, and
Gotcha.
or I was thinking of something else and now it hit me. Or if your kidney level started creeping up, and we really wanted you to focus on non-caffeinated fluid.
Gotcha.
But otherwise, we don't want the majority of your fluid to be a caffeine.
Based.
Yeah, exactly.
So
So it's not a no-no. It's just something we
And
want to push.
the bad thing, I had gotten to the point at work, we were working long hours and stuff, and I had gotten to the point where I would grab one of those Starbucks double shots, and along with everything else, and just throw one
I'll
back.
tell you, how much soda do you drink now?
Uh,
It's okay.
I don't know, maybe
Not every day
it's
necessarily.
not necessarily
And the only
every
reason
day.
I ask is
but-
because some people drink a lot, whether it's soda, juice, anything with calories, and if they stop that, they're missing a lot of calories, right?
Gotcha.
So even if you don't change what you're eating, if you pull that away, you're
Gotcha,
losing
it's-
calories. So you got to make it up somewhere,
So,
right?
well, shucks, I'll grab something else to eat.
Yeah, yeah. So it's not a no to soda. We just want to make sure.
Trail mix or something.
Yeah, there you go. That's high calorie, high protein. So yes, you can have it. We don't want you just drinking. And then also, light colored sodas, whether it's like a Mountain Dew or ginger ale, Sprite, those are a little bit less
True,
harsh on your
true. And
kidneys.
those,
So
that's
we
my favorite.
push you to
Sprite
choose
and
those
Mountain Dew
anyway. Yeah.
are my favorites.
And then, yeah, so if you had constipation, we do push high fiber foods, but if we know if it's like you said, opioid induced or it's anti-nausea medicine or chemo induced, you'll have to take a stool softener. Some
Gotcha.
people can get away with just prune juice, but a lot of people have to take a stool softener just to get things moving.
Gotcha.
And then so we don't, we push high fiber, but
I totally forgot about the fruit
that's
juice.
great. Well, and some people do well on it, and some people it doesn't do anything. So that's a place to start, but then it's okay. to take-
Nasty.
Yeah,
But anyway,
yeah.
I'd much rather do
Yeah.
cranberry juice, but that's usually for like
But that doesn't
UTIs.
have, exactly.
So-
We know a lot. And then if you had diarrhea, we tell you to pull out some of those whole, some of the high fiber foods because they're gonna run right through you anyway. So no need to make any changes unless we kind of see things are just
Gotcha.
different.
All
Makes
right.
sense?
Thank you.
And then,
Miss
yeah, and I'm gonna give you my card, but depending on well, it really doesn't matter, but kind of, some chemos are more likely to cause some mouth sores, and so we just tell you to do a baking soda salt mouthwash, so I'll go over that as well. But it's just good.
You heard that one.
Yeah, and it just depends, right, so, that's the biggest, protein, fluid, and then we'll watch your weight, your metabolism could go up a little bit, but protein's one of the
It's
biggest.
already, my
Well, it's already
metabolism
high.
already
Yeah, so
to
you,
the roof.
and typically the people that see the shoot up are the ones that already have a high one.
Gotcha.
But maybe not, and we're gonna check you, and you're gonna be mindful of it, right, which is the biggest thing, so. Do you want any booster insure just to have them?
Yeah.
Yeah, vanilla, chocolate, what's that?
Strawberry, vanilla.
If they have a strawberry, I'll bring it, okay.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Oh, shoot, I didn't bring my card.
Okay.
Boost and Ensure,
Thank
just for
you
you
so
to try, and some Boost coupons in there. Are you done?
Yeah, I
Okay.
just need to go to the checkout.
Okay, come on, my
Uh,
office is that way, so.
All right, thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
Thank you, Miss
See you
Cindy.
next time. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
very good. You check out.